You're watching Poindexter Lounge for the Unity.
What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, and it is good to have you with me in the lounge today. Now, look, if this is your first time to the lounge, just know that the Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds. It's a place where you and me and my crew, meaning all of my nerd family, all of you, can get together. We can talk about the things that we love, things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, and so much more. And if those are things that you enjoy, if those are things that get your blood boiling, those are things that get you motivated out there, just knocking down nonsense left and right, then hey, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. And also, if you could, give this video a thumbs up, give this video a like, so that YouTube knows to tell other people that, you know what, there's a bunch of nerds here, and they need to know what's going on here at the Poindexter Lounge, because we want people to know what's going on here at Poindexter Lounge. All right. So, hey, tonight is it's our big 2 cents on nonsense show. We do this show every Thursday here on the channel at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So you can find us right here, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 cents on nonsense. Now you say, Enosh, what is this show all about? Well, this show, folks, is where we go after the nonsense that's out there in the world. People who make up crazy stuff about Star Wars, pop culture, all those good things. And, we go after some usual suspects sometimes, who keep, saying crazy stuff and have crazy opinions on stuff and whatnot, but I don't do this alone. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen, I don't do this alone. I've got a partner who helps me fight these crimes, these horrible crimes against pop culture and humanity, ladies and gentlemen. And that person, of course, is the one, the only Johnny Pop.
Here's Johnny.
What's up? I can see you. Are you John Cena?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes. I am so glad to be here. I would just I was watching our friend Ray's live video, and I'm just, this is what it's about, right? Standing up for the truth. I don't like it when people get fed lies, and I'm a fan, and I want people to enjoy what they watch, and you can't enjoy it when you're getting grifted, but you can sure laugh at it, and we're getting ready.
Absolutely. So yes. So before we get started, just so you know, if this is your first time to the 2 cents on nonsense show, look, we're going to laugh. We're going to have some fun. We're going to poke some fun at some people, but it's all in good fun. All right. We don't mean any ill will towards anybody. But you know what, like Johnny just said, we do point out nonsense. And the people that we talk about here on the show usually are grifters. They're people who are using the public in some way, whether it be for clicks, views, financial gain, something, whether it be to try to get Kathleen Kennedy's attention and maybe to get her to go out on a date or, take a shower with them, I don't know. But, maybe it's because they just got some crazy, conspiracy theory. I don't know. It could be anything.
That one still gets me, dude. Like, somebody had to stay up late to figure that one out. Like, if you move this letter here, and then m to the square root of 9.
Yep.
Look, Palpatine.
Look, here's the thing, folks. There are a lot of people in this world who are just mad at Star Wars. They're mad at Star Wars. They're mad at pop culture. They're just angry. They just can't get over the fact that things have moved on, that, there are people who like things. And listen, I like stuff. I hope you like stuff too. And you know what? We're just not going to deal with the people who don't like stuff. But don't forget our wonderful sponsor, because, sometimes, Johnny, sometimes I get a little backed up with all this nonsense.
Do you? Does it?
Yeah,
get
it
stuck in there.
gets kind of stuck in the cockles region. You know, maybe the subcockles. You know that area, right? You know that area.
Yeah,
And I need a little something. I need a little something because pushing and straining just doesn't help, Johnny. And we all know from all of those potty squatty commercials that pushing and straining is not the way to go. You're going to cause damage. You're going to cause damage, and nobody wants to find unwanted materials, afterwards. I don't know where I'm going with that, but ladies and gentlemen, thanks to our wonderful sponsor for this episode, Doomcalax. When you have to go but can't, trust Doomcalax. Doomcalax to totally clean out all of what has you backed up with all of that crazy nonsense. Punch nonsense out.
Sweet release
with Doomcalax.
Hey,
all right.
Big shout out to
also, don't forget, you are now entering the salty zone.
You take it with a lot of salt. Whatever these guys say.
Yes. Doomcock, who actually tonight we're going after Doomcock.
Oh, man.
Yep, it's been a while.
He doubled down on this one too. I saw.
He did, ladies and gentlemen. We're totally going in all the way. We're going deep on this one, Johnny. we might need to pack some extra Doomcalax for this one.
It looks like Aaron Entertainment said he bought tons of Doomcalax. So
awesome. All right, Scotty,
thank you,
sir. Thank you, man. I love you, buddy. With the $10 super chat, thank you so much for your support. I love you, man, for sure. Now, don't forget, guys, if along the way you guys want to create anything, listen, if this is your first time to the show and you're sitting here going, what's going on here? These guys are 7 minutes into this video and I haven't seen anything yet. Here's the premise of this show. This is a live show that we do with all of our friends who watch the show along with us, folks. And we like to have a good time watching the show, doing the show together. And so sometimes people send us pictures based off of stuff that comes up during the show. We talk about stuff and we're gonna laugh about stuff. We're gonna pause stuff a lot. You're gonna see things a lot, and we're gonna talk about them. We're gonna break stuff down, and we're gonna laugh a lot. We're gonna have some fun. All right, so hopefully that clears it up for you all. Everyone who's coming in after the fact, who every week sends me a message and says, "I don't get this." And if you were somebody who didn't get it and you got my invitation to come watch it live, welcome. And I hope that you enjoy the show.
Yes.
Live. Now, Johnny, one thing we got to do before we jump into Doomcock.
Yes.
Is a weird saying in and of itself, but
before we jump into that big old Crocker Johnson, we gotta talk about something, because
we do, Johnny.
We put some challenges out there to our good friend Mike Zeroh.
Yes, and our other sponsor, Mike Zeroh, another sponsor of the channel, Mike Zeroh Clickbait Warehouse, trusted by the fandom menace for all their clickbait video needs. Been working on that for 6 years. All right. So we put out a challenge to Mike Zeroh because we've noticed, Johnny, that Mike has been doing some weird things. I mean, Mike has always been known for his hand movements and his talking with his hands and stuff like that. But we put some stuff out there for him a couple months ago. We actually asked him that if he watched the show, right? Mm-hmm. If he ever watched the show, to grab his ear, right? And yes. we did this show we did a version of this show on our good friend Nicotina's channel. And while we were doing that, I had not previewed the video first. And in the middle of the video, all of a sudden, it was right after we asked, he reaches up and he grabs his ear. And I was like, whoa, live right there on Nicotina's show. I said, hold on a second. Wait up, hold up. Confirmed? Maybe?
I mean, it's possible.
It's possible. So, but then we asked him to do a couple of other things. We asked him once to kind of like wipe his face, do
a beard rub
do different things. And last week, Johnny, we asked him to do a karate chop, right?
Oh yeah,
we did ask him to do a karate chop, didn't we?
Yes.
And I have it right here, Johnny, where we did ask him to do this. So let's go ahead and take a little trip down last week and see exactly what we asked him to do.
We asked him to do
there it is.
That's Star Killer Base number 2.
Okay.
This is Mike Zeroh. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel.
There it is.
I love you, Mike. You watch.
I love Mike. I love Mike. Look at that, just a little.
We asked him to do. We asked him to do that.
Mm-hmm. It looked good on him too.
It did.
Yeah.
Mike, I'm telling you, give us a karate chop. Give us a neck crack.
Yes.
Okay?
All right. Come on. I'm looking for it, man, because obviously he's watching.
So that was last week.
Okay, man. So that was last week, and we were hoping for it. You know, we were hoping that maybe so something would happen. But you know, Johnny, you sent me a video.
Yes.
You sent me a video, and I had it up here, and then I lost it. So hold on a second. I got to find it back here again. But you sent me this, and you asked me what exactly, Johnny?
I said, am I just seeing things, or is this maybe confirmation that he watches? Because he's never done this before.
No, he's never done this before. I want to make sure everybody knows that he has never done what you're about to see here. See Mike Zeroh do. So this episode is not going to be about Mike Zeroh, but we're going to let you guys decide.
You tell us.
Is this indeed a karate chop, or are we looking into it? Look, if we're just putting too much into it, look at him. He's already looking at us, Johnny.
He's like, he's got that Doom Collects is working. So Mike, just you guys tell us.
Yep, you tell us.
I mean,
you tell us what you
crazy.
guys think. Maybe Johnny's crazy here, and we just don't know. Let's go ahead.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. It is now January 11th of 2021, and a lot of fans right now are very curious about what's going on between Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni.
What was that? Was that a karate chop? We literally just asked him to do a karate chop.
We asked him, and then
I know that he usually does like hand stuff, but watch it again. He literally comes over and he's just like, he's doing, because you guys all know I do the Mark Uno video, so I have to like do the, you know, but he talks when he does this stuff, he's like, you know, more like this and stuff. And even if he does this, he's like this with an open hand. He comes up and he goes straight up hand. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna show it to you guys again. You tell us, is it indeed a karate chop?
Hey, welcome back, everyone. It is now January 11th of 2021, and a lot of fans right now are very curious about what's going on between Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni.
Maybe we just wanted to, man. I don't know. That's
Very curious about what's going on between Jon Favreau. Very curious about what's going on between Jon Favreau. What's going on between Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni?
I don't know. I don't know. It's not definitive, Johnny.
It's not definitive, but I mean, Mike, I know this is a Doomcock video, but I hope your rumor has it you might even be hiding in the chat somewhere. Please, if you're out there, give us a definitive chop, please.
Yes. Give us the definitive chop. We just showed he did give us the face rub, right? So we got the face rub. We know we got the ear thing.
Oh yeah.
So like it's kind of adding up. Again, we'll show you this.
We asked him to do
there it is.
That's Star Killer Base number 2.
Okay.
This is Mike Zeroh. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel.
There it is. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's go to the chat. Let's see what the chat says. Okay, because they're going to be the one.
I want to believe Shades of X-Files right there.
The number one Richard says hiya. So let's see here. Henry says that's too much nostril.
Well, there's no complaints there.
Let's see. Cylon says, I don't think that was a karate chop. The voice of reason. The voice of reason says he's doing it more to the side, but he's like hiya, like you know what I mean, like you can't just go like that, right? He would have to go like hiya, maybe, I don't know. So he's doing it more to the side. I don't know, guys. Layla says this is insane. Music Man kind of looks like digging the karate chop. Samuel says, oof, tough call, but it could be either a karate chop or not.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Okay. Let's see. Shifty Gizm says, ask him to do the too legit to quit hand gesture. Loop the chop.
Get to the chop.
Slow version karate chop. Can we all just agree that his accent does not exist in nature? He says, I agree this is on the border. Scotty says, I want to believe. So I don't know. So
Man.
TW says it doesn't. Well, TW, we can't really take your word for it because you are him. So
TW, if TW and Mike Zeroh were both on the phone at the same time, you wouldn't know who was talking. It's crazy.
It's a karate chop. He's ridiculous. And Samuel says he may have been trying to make it look subtle and not too obvious. See, that's what I mean.
After we made fun of his thumbs up gesture too, where he hit himself in the face, you'll notice all of his videos the last week he's been doing this type of thumbs up, like real obvious in front of
yeah. The number one Richard says Cobra Kai is back. Zip Havoc says definitely Chin Fu. Anchorman says chop the video. So man, it just doesn't seem like we have a definitive. So Mike, we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board. We gotta figure out what is it half a chop? Oh wait. SpongeBob, Cassandra the Goth says that's totally a karate chop. Get to the choppa. So I don't know. But we got to figure out what now we need to ask him to do.
I mean, I still like Mike. If you could use the word fee in your video, that would be fantastic.
I like it.
Fee.
It's very definitive though.
Fee, or like a blatant chop. I mean, we've gotten the other stuff, or even just like a little face slap, like I mean, but
little face slap,
little
cologne, little aftershave.
Yeah, exactly.
Behind the ear.
I mean, it's just
a little Hail Mary. Praying to God.
Nothing he does everything he does always seems on purpose. So
or we can have him shove a whole hot pocket in his mouth. Hey guys, I did it.
This will relate for future Star Wars content.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay, so that being said, Mike, you've seen the challenge. You're watching the video, so there you go, Mike. I know that Mike knows who I am. I know that Mike knows who we are.
Yes,
it's just a matter of if.
And we're coming to Long Island as soon as
we're gonna come say hi.
I should be vaccinated soon, so I'm coming to Long Island, Mike.
All right,
we're gonna find you.
All right, so
searching for Mike Zeroh, the first ever Poindexter Lounge documentary film.
Exactly. All right, so
now it's time for the Overlord.
Yes, the Overlord. It is Ambassador. Oh my gosh.
It looks like he sent us a DM.
Oh my god. Oh yes, he did. Oh my gosh. We got a new sponsor, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my lord.
Oh, Ambassador, I'm saving that photo right now.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I'm at a loss.
You're not wrong, Ambassador.
I'm trying to convert it. I'm converting it. Oh boy. Okay. I guess I will add that then. Let me add it to our Here we go. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny, how how you're alone with your special lady and things just aren't really going the way that you planned for it to go, and you need a little something to get you over the hump, as it were.
Sometimes they're
into the hump, maybe.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
But you've reached that age where things just don't always work the way that they used to.
Well, can't say you're wrong.
That's right. That's when you need to get into a bathtub with your honey and look out overlooking a cliff somewhere and take a Doomagra. Doomagra from Crock of Johnson Industries. Guaranteed to keep your I can't even get through it. Guaranteed to keep your anger rock hard. Doomagra.
Stay angry.
For lovers. Stay angry. If your anger experiences an anger of more than 4 hours, please consult a doctor.
If your anger extends past Doctor Who, Star Trek, and Star Wars, you may have a problem.
Oh, okay. Oh boy. Thank you, Ambassador. That was hilarious. That was great. Okay. We're gonna jump right into Doomcock then. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Somebody somewhere is complaining because we're 21 minutes in and we haven't got to Doomcock yet. So
there we go. Come on.
All right. Okay. Here we go with this week's video, which is Star Wars rumor. Luke Skywalker will erase the Disney sequels. Good God, he's still on this. Talk about getting your money's worth, man. Like seriously, Aaron Entertainment. I love it with the $2 Canadian.
Thank you.
Super chat, thank you, sir, and also a member. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you too could be a member of the channel. We've got all kinds of great stuff, and I will tell you this: I got a new song that I'm working on for the Snyder cut, and I'm gonna have a little sample for you guys, and all of our members and all of our Patreon supporters are going to get a stream, a private stream on Saturday, and I'm gonna play a little something for you guys. So if you're a member or you're a Patreon supporter, you could be looking for a link, and you'll get that for Saturday. All right. But Aaron Entertainment says here, oh my God, Doomagra. Hello, ladies.
Hello, ladies.
Henry says, I came for the Doomcock.
And all I got was zeroed.
All I got was zero. All right. So are we ready to see the future ruler of Earth?
Ooh. This ought to be good.
It's awfully quiet.
Greetings, friends. I want to thank you all for subscribing. I want to thank all of my channel members for supporting me in this endeavor to save pop culture. And if you are not subscribed, please consider supporting this channel. We need you. Thank you.
Sure.
The return of Luke Skywalker in the Mandalorian Season 2 finale staggered Star Wars fans around the world.
It did. It staggered Star Wars fans, but not like Doomagra does. Doomagra is not for everyone. Doomagra is not for adults that have a life. Some people have experienced extreme anger, frustration, hatred towards Disney, Star Wars, and making clickbait by using Doomagra. Make sure to consult the Poindexter Lounge before using Doomagra. Yes. I'm sorry. Am I the only one who just got it was like it was silence, and then all of a sudden it was like, ah!
Well, because he's been all over Twitter again. He's complaining about people. He's evidently he swears subscribers disappeared again, and then he's really, really upset. He wants to know why people aren't watching his videos all the way through.
Oh, we do.
I know we do, but
don't we count?
I don't know.
The real question here is did Luke use some Doomagra here? Is that why he's looking a little plasticky?
I don't know. We'll have to ask Ruin Johnson if Luke needs Doomagra or not.
All right. Here we go. A little rubbery here.
It was easily the biggest pop culture event of the past 20 years, but even so, the return of Luke Skywalker is even bigger than people thought.
Bigger than the anger you get from Doomagra?
It's the biggest pop culture event in 20 years, but it's bigger than you even thought.
Bigger than you even thought. That's
bigger than you. That's what the tagline is for Doomagra. Bigger than you even thought.
Bigger than you ever thought. That's what she said.
Oh yeah.
Because the moment that Luke Skywalker took Baby Yoda from the Mandalorian, everything in the Star Wars universe changed.
Why?
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 How did it change? And his name is not Baby Yoda. His name is Grogu.
Dr. Enosh will see you now here at the Poindexter Clinic.
Exactly.
Luke don't need no Doomagra.
No. The funny thing is, I just read that in the ambassador's voice. That's great.
Yes. You know what, Henry? I'll give him this. Luke Skywalker coming back. If it didn't have the CGI the way it did, I would say yes, bigger than Endgame. I'll give him that. I don't know.
I don't know. It's okay. It was huge, but I mean, he's hyping it up. So like, why did it change everything though? What's his proof?
The helmet makes Doomock look like a frog who never gets the kiss from the princess. Oh man, that's funny. All right. I'm trying to see. Let's see. Yeah, the CGI was all right. But oh boy, Doom Pond for the women out there. Good Lord.
Good Lord. They're not wrong.
Help us, Jesus. Help us, Jesus. Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right, here we go.
My friends, this is a massive leak from one of my best
It's a massive leak of
a massive
Doom Ponds. That's the problem.
Too much Doom collects causes massive leaks. Story at 11.
sources, who claims that the return of Luke Skywalker was not only evidence of a power balance shift inside of Lucasfilm and a loss for Kathleen Kennedy.
Why is everything a loss for Kathleen Kennedy?
Golly, they just can't listen. It's okay.
Everything is a loss for Kathleen Kennedy.
Everything's a loss for Kathleen
Every good
Kennedy.
thing that happens is a loss for Kathleen Kennedy.
Remember the fact that The Mandalorian season 2, the numbers were so bad and it was all her fault, and it was like, yeah, whatever.
Yes.
Okay, that was a loss for her, but the fact that the show's a success means that Dave Filoni's winning the Civil War. But what? I mean, it never makes any sense.
The Crockett Johnson had a massive leak. Doom collects will fix it.
Yeah, he's got no. See, here's the thing. This is a misconception. This is a misconception about how about how this works. She was never supposed to die. See, this is the thing. It never happened. It all happened in real time. So this isn't working like you would think that like Ezra like went back in time and saved her. That's not what he did. He was there because in the I want to call it the Veil of the Force, but it's not the Veil of the Force. Johnny, help me out here. I can't think of the name now because I'm just so like.
Yeah, the world between worlds.
I know. Yeah.
In the world between worlds, it is not technically time travel like you would normally think of, where you go back in time. It is literally just a doorway to another place. It's like a wormhole, kind of like, where it's like you can get from one place to another just in real time. So Ahsoka, there was none of this like that. Ahsoka is now interacting with people she shouldn't be, so it's changing things. It was always that way. Because you can't say that, because we watched all throughout the original trilogy, folks. Ahsoka would have been around, because all that stuff that happened, even if you want to say it's time travel and she's interacting with people she shouldn't be, what happened in the original trilogy still happened. Everything that happened after the original trilogy still happened. Like, it's not like she was dead all the way up until like the Mandalorian time, and like Ezra Bridger in the future during Mandalorian went back in time and saved her, and now she's there. because that's not what happened.
No.
He literally back then in that time pulled her out of Vader's clutches, and everything that transpired afterwards has transpired the way that it's already going to transpire. So it did not spin it off into another timeline where the sequel trilogy is not happening, because everything is already moved. We're already seeing the sequel trilogy move in real time years, or like 40 years after all that stuff happened.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? So that's not how
this is. And plus, if this was their plan, if this was the Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau's plan to say, "Oh, we split the timeline," like they would be making a show for only like the 7 or 8 people that understand it and get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah.
That's not what they're doing.
Yeah. No. It's.
Oh, that's it. That'd be a good one, Scotty.
Yeah. Well,
if Dave Filoni planned it, where's the proof?
Yeah, we'll see. So here's the thing. If she had died, Darth Tasty right. If she had died, we would have seen that in Rebels before he saved her. It would have gone on. Like I said, if we would have gotten 2 Mandalorian times and all of a sudden Ezra Bridger shows up and says, "Oh, hey, here is the world between worlds. I can go back into the world between worlds." And then he goes back and saves her. Well, now he's gone back in time and is saving her and is pulling her out or whatever. And then all of a sudden they come back and she's there. Well, then, yeah, she would have interacted, but that's not what happened. That's literally not what happened. So everything that happened, you could even probably say that, like, if she had interacted with people, but she didn't. Like, she literally went back to the same time. Like, even when he pulled her out, she went back through the same door. The only difference was she was alive now. So she didn't go to a different time. She didn't transport to a different time. And none of that happened. So everything that already transpired the way that it was supposed to. So the timeline didn't split. This here is a misconception and a fanboy thing.
Who said it?
Vader never killed her. Vader never killed her. At the end of that episode, we saw her. If you go back and watch the episode before we even knew about the world between worlds, we saw her in the temple. We saw her shadow walking out of the temple. It was there, and it was already talked about long before the episode with the world between worlds. So she never died. It died in the original trilogy. I'm sorry, you're totally losing me, man. Based on what? But this is like we can't. I'm not going to waste a bunch of time on here because like this stuff didn't happen. Vader left the temple, and then she left the temple. It's literally in the show, the very first one. You can see Ahsoka. Because people saw her, and then they show that exact same scene again, and you see the exact same thing. You just see it played out where she actually walks all the way out. You saw it, dude. Go rewatch it, man. I'm telling you right now. It's not how you're thinking about it here. Yeah, she never left that time and space. She never left it. She literally went in a room and came out of a room. That's all she did. It doesn't change time. It doesn't change things. It's not how it's working. I know it's how people are purporting that it works, but that's not how it works. Nothing has shown that it works that way.
The return of Luke Skywalker was nothing less than the first step in erasing the Disney sequel trilogy.
See, I try not, Johnny, I try to go more than 5 seconds, but then like, it seems like every 5 seconds, these guys say something stupid.
Well, it's absolutely ridiculous. There's no proof about erasing anything.
This is all fanboy speculation. This is all Doomock trying to reach out to people who just didn't like the sequels and going, you see, I'm going to make stuff up and pull stuff out of my helmet.
Trust me. Listen, Disney made money. They are making money. They're not changing. They're not erasing those movies.
And they are not going to crap on Carrie Fisher's legacy.
No. They can't remake them because Harrison Ford will never do it. You can't use Carrie Fisher. Her family doesn't really want her CGI'd into a bunch of stuff. It's not going to happen. But
so this isn't true either, because there were plenty of books that talked about force healing. There are plenty of stuff that talked about force healing. Force healing has been a part of it. I
don't know.
He didn't pull her into the future. She went right back into the same timeline that she was in, man. He didn't pull her into the future because he was in the world between. I feel like we're arguing the world between worlds instead of talking about the Doomock video. But see, here's the thing. The world between worlds is a room. Ezra came from a point in time into the room because it's the world between worlds. The worlds are all of time. Okay? It's all of time. And there's many doorways into that room, which is the world between worlds. Ezra was at one place, and you could think of it as time, but he was in one place and he walked into the room. He then walked to another doorway. The door opens. He sees Ahsoka, pulls Ahsoka into the room. He didn't pull her into the future. He pulled her into the room because they could have gone anywhere. They could have gone to the past. They could have gone to the future. They could have gone anywhere, but they sat right there. And then where did she go? Right back through that same door, back to her time. He didn't pull her to the future. He didn't take her anywhere else. He dropped her right back off. And in that episode, the very first episode where you thought she died, there was all kinds of speculation for all that time because you could see her. There's literally pictures where you could see her. She's like super tiny and like this big, and you could see her walking out of the temple. Just saying. That's truth. And then all they did was show that again, and they just showed what actually happened. Sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm just what it is.
What I'm about to tell you is information that comes from a source that has demonstrated extraordinary access in the past and provided me with a lot of excellent information in 2020.
He told me about
what? So tell me exactly. So tell us what stuff he's already given you that's proven to be true. Anything like that.
Oh, you mean like actually like give us the facts of what this person actually said,
or the Lucas cut, or anything like that? I mean, come on, dude.
I'm sure it was.
There's nothing. You've got nothing.
He gave me some great stock options and told me about some,
Exactly.
He told me to buy Bitcoin.
He did.
That being said, since I cannot independently verify any of what I'm about to tell you, I must ask you to please regard all of this as rumor and take it with a grain of salt.
I got sources, bro, but don't blame me when they don't pan out, because I told you.
Yep. Don't listen to that.
Before I get into the specifics of what is planned, and believe me, the information I have is very specific, I want to mention some new evidence that has recently surfaced regarding just how bitterly divided Lucasfilm is. According to the anonymous Disney leaker known only as WDW Pro on piratesandprincesses.net, Pablo Hidalgo and others in the Lucasfilm story group are angry about the return of Luke Skywalker and are mocking fans who were moved to tears at seeing their hero again for two reasons.
I swear to you, the fandom menace is going to milk this Star Wars theory thing for all.
Just to see what because theory has a platform that they are envious of, and now they're just going to milk it. It's just ridiculous. What Pablo Hidalgo said was not nice, right? I'm not saying it was, but it's got nothing to do with any so-called civil war within Lucasfilm. Yeah. And if there were some civil war between producers and executives within Lucasfilm, we would hear about it in places other than YouTube channels devoted to being pissed off about Star Wars.
Exactly. Well, exactly. And so if you're a member of the fandom menace, you believe in this civil war, show me where it's in a legitimate newspaper, a legitimate trade publication, that there is this civil war going on, that there's this power struggle. You can't, because the only people that are talking about it or claiming that it's true are these grifters on YouTube. Yeah.
I mean, unless I'm wrong. I mean,
No,
the secret,
there's literally nobody else talking about it.
the secret Disney blogger. That's that's another one, right?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's
WDW Pro.
the secret. Well, you know who else is talking about this? Hi, it's Jeremy back with another video, and today
and again
talking about WDW Pro because
exactly. I mean, it's just because again, people are equating views and sub counts for truth. Doesn't mean anything. Just because somebody has a big following doesn't mean that they're telling you the truth.
Yeah. So I do want to bring up a couple of things here. Let me go back up here to where's this comic up? Okay. So James is absolutely right. You can see her clearly. And they actually showed the exact same scene again when she actually comes out, when they actually go back, like was it the next season or whatever, and reveal what happened to her, or was it 2 seasons after? I can't remember. It was 1 season or 2 seasons. When they actually reveal what happened to her, they literally just show the same scene again, but they show it to its conclusion where she actually walks out. So, TW, is this the? Yeah, no, it's not. It's not just Morai flying into the cave. It's not. It's literally Ahsoka. It's literally Ahsoka. And yes, Darth Tasty is absolutely right. Force healing has been in the Star Wars books and games long before we saw it on screen.
Mm-hmm.
All this stuff has been around. I mean, like, it's not all canon, right? Because some of the canon got taken away, but it still is what it is.
Well, exactly. It is. And I mean, like, there's, I think how many years ago did that Rebels episode air?
It was a few years ago, but here's my point. Here's my point. Here's my point. Let's say you're right. Let's say you're right. Ahsoka was supposed to die. Vader was supposed to kill her, right? Vader was supposed to kill her. And then Ahsoka got pulled out into the future, brought back in the past, the very exact same spot, and lived anyways. That all happened before the original trilogy. The original trilogy played out exactly the same way as it would have, because that's all we saw. So again, nothing effectively changed. It's not like Ahsoka was part of the original trilogy and, died during the original trilogy, and then, like I said, somebody came back and saved her, and then like she pops up during the Mandalorian time. She was always around through all that time. The only time that you could say that she effectively was changed anything would have been back there during Rebels. And during that time, it did not split off into 2 different things after Rebels. We've only seen one timeline. It was not said it's split off into 2 different timelines where there's 2 different things going on, because that would be stupid for them to make 7, 8, and 9 into a different timeline than what we saw in 1 through 6. That is not going to happen. That is literally grasping for so many straws, you're going to fall off the cliff, because that doesn't make any sense. And they're already, like, everything is showing that they are leading up to showing all the stuff that's going on now is leading up to showing what is going to happen and how they get to the sequel trilogy. I'm sorry.
Exactly. And I mean, the thing is too, like, you can not like the sequel trilogy. Yeah. That's fine. There are some pieces that I like, some that I don't. Okay. But you know what? When everything comes out and it all relates to each other, you're just going to try and find something else that says, well, we haven't seen what really erases it yet. Mm-hmm. This is going to erase it. Or, I mean, come on. It's just, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. It will not happen. I mean, this isn't like Zack Snyder's Justice League, where somebody was pushed out and couldn't complete something. No, these are movies that are done, been out, they exist, they are a part of the universe.
Hey Johnny, Johnny.
Yeah.
So we have some important information brought to us by Layla. So Layla has now shared with us some important information that I think is very important for us all to see. You know, everybody complains about Rey being a Skywalker, and they're like, she was not a Skywalker. Absolutely not.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Rey. Thank you so much for producing this, giving this to Layla. Layla could share with us that Rey was actually adopted into the Skywalker family by Luke Skywalker and Leia Organa Solo on the 20th day of December. And look, signed by Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi. So come on, guys. It's legit.
It is. It's
at the rest now.
It's not gonna. Yeah, I mean, it's official.
It is official. I mean, it's kind of weird that, you know, brother and sister, you know, adopted her, but look, they did kiss, guys.
They did kiss. I mean, was that part of the regular timeline or the alternate timeline?
Both.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you,
All right,
Layla.
Here we go.
Quote, sources tell me that the Lucasfilm story group that has been heavily involved in the development of the High Republic is frustrated for several reasons. First, the reveal of Luke Skywalker in the finale of The Mandalorian's second season took all the oxygen out of High Republic. Who cares about the High Republic if they're all wondering what happens with Luke Skywalker and his new Padawan Grogu, Baby Yoda's revealed name? Worse,
Wait, what?
I'm told they're furious because they weren't informed about Luke Skywalker being the season send-off surprise. The people working on High Republic had no idea that Favreau and Filoni would be driving the fan base into hyperdrive just before they launched a new sub-property that is significantly different. This sort of explains why they struck out at the fan base reaction publicly. To really twist the dagger, individuals at Lucasfilm are angry because not only did the Pablo Hidalgo situation blow up in their face, but then celebrities began thanking Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and Mark Hamill. To them, this is a betrayal of Kathleen Kennedy, who originally put Favreau with Filoni for The Mandalorian. Nobody is thanking Kathleen Kennedy for The Mandalorian or Luke, and nobody is thanking the story group for anything.
Can you comprehend even what he was just saying there?
No, it doesn't. It's the High Republic takes place what, like 200 years or 100 years before this?
200 years before episode 1.
Yeah. So why would they care? This is a totally different. That's like no. That's totally different.
It's absolutely different. They would not be upset that Luke Skywalker appears 200 years after what their thing is. And no, it doesn't just take away from their thing, because there's lots of Star Wars stuff going on right now. That's like saying that, like, ooh, you know, the Snyder Cut's coming out, and, you know, the Wonder Woman movie came out within a couple months of it. Ooh, they know, like, that takes away from it. The Wonder Woman people are so upset in the shut up.
It doesn't
really.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with that. I mean, like, here's
the question: who came up with Veil of the Force anyway?
Oh, God.
That doesn't even make any sense. Oh my gosh! Like, why would anybody care?
It's got nothing to do with. It doesn't have anything to do with it.
Kathleen Kennedy, you're taking away from the story group. Nobody's thanking the story group. Everybody's thanking Mark Hamill and John Favreau and Dave Filoni. You're not thanking me. I want to be thanked. I want to be thanked. Oh my gosh!
You know who John Favreau thanked on that Good Morning America interview? Her name starts with K. Everything.
Johnson?
Yeah, probably. I think he thanked Kathleen Kennedy.
What? Wait,
yeah.
Hold on. You know, now I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I had to mute Johnny here. It's been a while, and Johnny's, you know, talking some truth and stuff, and I can't have Johnny, you know, like, giving legit info out here. You know, that's just Johnny. I would have thought that by now, we've done this show long enough now. I would have thought that you would have known that you can't be sharing information like that. That's actually the truth about what's going on.
He did thank her. he did though. I mean,
it's just still like he did thank her. I mean,
it's I'm not wrong, but it's just
so all these guys over here, Lucasfilm according to the idiots on the internet, Lucasfilm in reality.
Who said that?
That was Layla. They're all holding hands and like singing "Kumbaya," and then like the other one, it's like Civil War. It's like where they're fighting and they're all like, it's like John Favreau's on top of.
Gosh.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
That's fantastic.
Oh man, this is so funny. Thank you, Layla. I got
Layla. That's great. they're all just piling on her.
He's got
Brie Larson's in there.
Brie Larson in there. Dave Filoni's behind there.
Who's that in the background? Who's the other woman back there?
What's in Cara Dune? Is it? I don't know. Gina Carano?
Is it? I couldn't tell. That's hilarious. That's really JJ.
Beating down Ryan Johnson.
He's got Ryan Johnson on the ground.
What I'm questioning here is like what's going on right here? Because it looks like this guy's got his face in Brie Larson's cleavage.
Yeah, he's enjoying that.
What in the world's going on? John Favreau's not even looking down at Kathleen Kennedy. John Favreau's like looking at us.
He punches by feel, not by sight.
That's it.
Oh man,
just there, just like holding his leg.
Shifty's right. That looks like Cindy Crawford in the background. I don't know.
Cindy Crawford. She brought a Pepsi.
He's like, here, have a Pepsi, guys. Oh man,
it's legit to me.
This is about as legit as Doomock sources right there. I mean,
this is Doomock source. I saw a picture.
Layla's memes are the source for all of Doomock's salty.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
That's funny.
Wait, is that Tor Valum in the background?
It is. It's Tor Valum. There's Don's hand coming in the side over there.
Oh my gosh. TW, that's because the Veil of the Force is not what it's called. It's called the World Between Worlds, but Doomock has called it the Veil of the Force. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh gosh. That's funny.
Star Wars Civil War. Hey, here's the real question. Where's Don?
Where's Don, man?
That's Don's hand. Up there. Up in the upper right hand corner. That's Don. That picture, Don.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Layla, that's great.
That was fantastic, Layla. Thank you so much. Okay, back to your regularly scheduled Doom crock. All right. Okay, so
the story group's crying. Okay.
Story group's crying. Whoa! The story group's crying.
Wow.
Kathleen Kennedy before put John Favreau on the floor.
Favreau.
Oh, she was gonna call him Favreau. Yeah. Just to try to make herself feel better. Come on over, Floney, but you know that Don won't let her. Whoa, the story group's crying.
Whoa.
Oh man. Okay.
No,
some of those comments I'm not going to touch.
DW Pro concludes that, quote, keeping Luke Skywalker a secret from almost everyone at Lucasfilm has sent a message loud and clear. Favreau is in charge of The Mandalorian and every spin-off series and film that comes from it. And Favreau is in charge of the only Star Wars fans seem to care about.
And Favreau is sitting on the toilet in this picture.
It looks like he's making grumpy. Yeah, I mean, there's like, where's the proof of that though? Like,
it kind of looks, Johnny, like Favreau actually like might be having a little bit of trouble, that he needs some help with.
He might need
from
some Doom.
Our good friends at Doomagra. Guaranteed to keep your anger rock hard. Doomagra from Crock of Johnson Industries. When you look like Jon Favreau sitting on a toilet, upset because you're being told you're in a civil war when you're not really, try some Doomagra. Get your anger up.
Yeah.
When you're literally not angry at Kathleen Kennedy, but you need to be. Doomagra.
I mean, if you're telling me that Kathleen Kennedy, the president of Lucasfilm, had no idea that Mark Hamill was in the final episode of season 2, I got some oceanfront property down in Ohio that I can sell you.
I love it. Just the proper. You really got me.
You really got me.
My band actually does that song. We do a cover of that song. So I love the Van Halen version of that. Oh, you really got Favreau. You got Favreau so angry he's sitting there. Oh, you really got Favreau. He's gonna sit there in a civil war. Whoa, he's got Filoni too. He's coming after you, Kathleen Kennedy. Oh yeah, they're coming for your throne. Gonna take Lucasfilm from you. They really got you. They really.
So when is it? I thought, but I thought George Lucas was the one in charge again. Still,
Eddie Van Doom.
Eddie Van Doom.
Eddie Van Don. What was that now?
Well, I thought Lucas was still the shadow president, or isn't that what he said at one point? Like he was back.
No, it's hard. It's hard to keep. It's hard to keep a track on whether it's Lucas, Favreau, Filoni,
the Favloniverse.
Favloniverse, as Mike likes to call it. Like, it can really there's no telling, man. Christopher says, warning, Doomagra gets you aggressive with ladies. Do not try.
He's like, I took some Doomagra. I'm about to smack some lady here.
Doomagra may cause Nazi tendencies and cause you to take a whole new persona as the commandant.
Doomagra, available on all BitChute channels.
Yes. Well, maybe he didn't take Doomagra. Maybe it wasn't Doomagra that he took. He where is it? I don't even have it. I don't even have it on this thing, but it was the Doomcalax. He took Doomcalax instead.
Exactly.
Where's the Doomcalax when you need it? I can't even find it. There you go.
Salty.
Salty from Doom Crock of Johnson. There we go. We haven't used this one in a while.
Oh man.
All right.
Yeah, he hasn't. Yeah. Well, what happened to your rumors about the Batman there, Doomcock? Wasn't Pattinson getting fired?
Yeah, well, of course, yeah, because he wasn't working out.
But that didn't happen, did it?
Favreau here looks like he lost his puppy. So let's move on for Favreau here.
That poor boy.
There are no consultations with Lucasfilm needed in the future. He and Filoni are in the driver's seat.
At the same time? Hope Favreau didn't take his.
It's kind of like when you see somebody driving a truck down the road and he's driving it and his girlfriend's like sitting there in his lap with him. That's how they drive. They're in the driver's seat like that together. They're like, hey, it's one of those trucks that takes 2 people to drive. Oh.
You know what? They really could have used some of this Doomagra. Honestly, when they were in the shower with Kathleen Kennedy,
they might have needed it.
That's when they really could have used it. Oh yeah!
Oh my!
Shocking! Gosh, look at that sad look on Favreau's face. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at Favreau's face like, good Lord.
He's like,
poor guy.
he's like, I have another meeting with Kathleen Kennedy. Oh no. Oh, it's Zeroh.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Oh man.
Well, my friends, as good as that sounds, if the rumor I'm about to share with you is true, things are even worse for the Lucasfilm Story Group than they know. Because the first steps in erasing the sequel trilogy have been taken.
What the?
Direct hint that this is the case came to me directly from Kamran Pasha on my Friday Night Frolic live stream when he told me he had just gotten a text from an inside source. A source I absolutely know has delivered the goods in the past. And Cameron told me, quote, I received word from a friend connected at a very high level to Lucasfilm that Dave Filoni has a plan to erase the sequel trilogy and is already taking active steps to implement it. From what?
No. I got a text from a guy who told me. Is this the same guy that texted you and said that they're showing the Lucas cut to the high-rolling investors right now? You're full of it.
Yeah. Can I get the 12-inch stuffed crust Favoloni, please?
Yeah.
Can I get extra salt on that?
Oh yeah.
And hey, can you put some Crockett Johnson on there maybe? Is that extra?
No charge on that. It's just going to make it saltier, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. You do that for me?
Well, yeah. I mean, you got any inside info?
It's Jake from State Farm. I mean, yeah, but it's Jake from State Farm. It's Doomock. I know he's ugly.
Favreau.
Goldman says everyone better annihilate that like button or Doomock will start another civil war. I don't need your civil war.
I mean,
crushes Kathleen, leaves them all poor. Yeah. I don't need your civil war with Filoni. Oh my gosh! So Filoni's got. So first it was Favreau was in the driver's seat. Now Filoni's in there, right?
He has a plan to erase the sequels. If he brings up the world between worlds here, it's just going to be the same stuff rehashed that we've heard over and over. I mean, it's
why can't this be Croc? Got to tell me why can't this be a Croc? Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. So, yeah. All right, Dave.
WDW Pro said, Favreau and Filoni are working to retcon the sequels out of canon on their own authority without consulting anyone else at Lucasfilm. I have now been...
all by myself. Gonna do Star Wars all by ourselves. No Kathleen anymore.
It's just it's a joke. Like how could you you got a text from an insider that knows? Yeah, I mean, this is a crazy train, Jordan. I mean,
crazy, but that's how it goes. In a civil war, living is foes. Maybe it's not too late to reboot the sequels and change all the fates.
That's just, I mean, I would love to raise like, I say we put together a charity event, and that charity event, we raise money for whatever, but the goal of that event is to get Filoni or Favreau, or one of those two, to come on and say, this is all garbage.
Dude, I tweeted them this week. I was like, can you please, for the love of God, somebody put an end to this crap? Panicock. Panicock. Oh.
There you go, Justin. That's
running a little bit of crock tonight.
You're a little crock tonight. That's my favorite Van Halen song.
Oh, me too, man.
Panama.
If I hadn't thrown out my voice last night screaming about Ray Fisher, man.
Oh,
swear to
man.
God.
Oh.
Yeah.
And did you see? And looks like Chris Evans just said,
"They got reach down here between my legs and ease the seat back
and find a little Crockett Johnson." Well, thank you, Jeff Glafelty.
Oh, hey, Jeff. Thank you so much, man, for the $4.99 super chat. And he's also a member. Thank you so much, buddy. I love Shifty gets him here picking and choosing. Some of it's garbage, but not the timeline split.
Shifty, I love that you're enthusiastic, but listen, if you're right, I'll be the first to tell you you're right. I won't hide behind, but I just don't think, I can't find any evidence other than Doomock to say it's going to happen.
Actually, Jeremy, I'm actually a musician. That's what I do for a living. I mean, I'm being silly right now, and I did actually throw my voice out, but yeah, I'm a musician, man. You can find my stuff right now. I'm currently playing a band called Waking Vegas. You can actually find us on Spotify and Apple, Music and all that stuff. Yep, you can find us there. And also, I have music videos right here on the channel, for sure. Thank you, Kinky.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
That name came out of nowhere. That's fantastic.
What's that?
Kinky Sphincter.
I know, right?
I love it. I love the people that watch with us.
I love this one. Kathleen, you don't have to cancel the sequels. Kathleen, you just have to keep that away from Filoni. Kathleen, you don't have to talk to Doomock tonight. Kathleen, you don't have to sell those sequels to the night.
Or sell your body to Mike Zeroh.
Please don't do that. I know, right, Justin? I love good music, man. Absolutely love good music. For sure.
Oh. No, well, so Shifty, yeah, but Luke Skywalker never said Grogu was going to be his Padawan.
Crazy theories come around, need something to make you drool. I said crazy theories come around, need something to make you drool. Better look out now, because Doomock's got something for you. Say what it is. I'm the Doomock man, baby. Stop me when I pass you by. Oh, my, I'm Doomock, baby. Stop me when I pass you by. And if you let me lie to you one time, I'll take all your 1s and 5s. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, it's perfect.
Heck yeah. Man, I'll tell you what. Okay. Well, what's he looking at?
He's looking.
I totally paused it there. Like, I come back and Doomock's like looking off somewhere else, man. It's like, Doomock's just like.
He's like wandering off screen. It's like.
Young men, won't you listen to me? I said, young men, there's a place you should be. You can go there. It's called the YMCA.
Doomock's there today. Boom, boom.
Gosh. That's funny. Do the Doomock struck. Okay. I got to be on the actual page here.
Provided with what my source claims are their detailed plans to save Star Wars.
Now he's looking over this way. What's he looking at?
Detailed plans to save Star Wars.
What the heck is he looking at?
He got all this from. He's getting all this from a text message that somebody else got. Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah. I mean, it's.
Hey, Doomock, better look out, man. I'm standing right over here.
Where are you supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
You're not wrong.
Got him.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
I love that UHF drop. It's so good.
Oh, I know. I don't know what the heck he's looking at. Look at that mouth.
He's trying to be like pensive. It's like
Is what I've been told. The moment Luke took Grogu, everything in the timeline changed.
Sure.
Luke knows Grogu is being hunted at the end of The Mandalorian,
Yes.
though he is not yet sure why. Luke
why would he not be sure why?
into motion that will erase the sequel trilogy, a chain of events that begins in Chapter 13, The Jedi. What I'm about to share.
So I have a question, boys and girls. If it was going to be erased and it all had to do with Ahsoka and everything, wouldn't it have already happened then? Technically,
I mean, yeah.
It's not going to erase everything. It would have already been erased, right?
Got to get some more of my Doom collects here. Hold on.
Yeah, like actual footage of us trying to figure out what the heck Doomock is talking about.
Where? When? Who?
Have no clue as to what. Oh, now he's looking right at you.
You as a scene that was shown in The Mandalorian Chapter 13, but will be shown in the Ahsoka spin-off.
Remember that. It wasn't shown in the episode that it happened in, but they're going to show it later. This gets good, Johnny.
Dialogue, and although it was written down verbatim as it was told to my agent, I am told this is from a preliminary draft, and the exact dialogue may well change. After Ahsoka's initial meeting with the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda, she is watching him walk away when she hears a voice over her shoulder. My, how you've grown. Ahsoka turns and sees Anakin's Force ghost smiling at her. They banter with each other.
My, how you've grown.
My, how you've grown. So what? Anakin just comes and creeps in on her? Oh,
Pretty much, that's how it works. No. My, how you've grown. That's not creepy at all.
I just don't. What? What? Like
Vader about ready to get me too.
he's like, hey baby, how you doing?
I'm sorry. My, how you've grown. What the heck? I mean, that's wasn't
Ahsoka a grown woman the last time he saw her?
Was he looking at her after he took some Doomagra? Like what? Was he looking down? I don't know what the heck he's doing here.
Oh my goodness. This is just no.
He's surrounded in green. This is the part where Anakin comes out and sings, "It's not easy being green."
Rainbow connection.
Someday we'll find it. The Jedi connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. From Croco Johnson Industries. Yeah. Don't forget Doom Douche when you're fresh and want to feel not so fresh. Or, of course, Midnight Edge's personal lubricant, trusted by the fandom menace when it really needs to get rammed in. All of the Croco Johnson Industries line of products.
Doomcock brand. Just for you.
Just for you.
Oh
my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I missed a couple of things here. I am so sorry. Benson's with £5. Thank you so much for the £5. Jor-El and Warlock.
That's awesome.
Have I missed the news about Tarantino directing a Pigs in Space reboot? That's coming.
Pigs in Space.
It's coming, man. It's like almost here. We're waiting any day for Doomcock to come. I mean, he's being super serial right now.
He's got to give us that news at some point here.
It's coming, man. It's coming. I mean, look at the look on Anakin's face. You know it's coming. You know he's got it coming soon, man.
It's
Ambassador says, I smell a mountain.
he's I mean, the thing is, like, and then Justin, thank you. You can keep only one. Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, or Van Halen.
Man. You know what? The two that are hard for me. I love AC/DC. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
By the way, thank you, Justin Proper, for the $5 super chat. Appreciate that, sir.
Thank you.
Man, that would be a hard one between Guns N' Roses and Van Halen. I love AC/DC, but man, I love Van Halen and I love GNR.
It would be
You know what? I'm gonna go Van Halen just because they got so many great songs, such variety, and so many great albums like in a row. Plus, Anakin here, has got. I always thought looked like David Lee Roth.
He does have that David Lee Roth vibe going.
Like every time I see him come on in Revenge of the Sith, I expect him to walk up and be like, "Hey, Padme, boysy bop, zitty bop. I ain't got no Padme. Want some sweet emperor come and take a chance with me? 'Cause I ain't so bad. Oh, yeah. Running with the Empire. I found the Sith life once so simple when I got burned by Obi-Wan. I got no skin you'd call real. It's all electronics now at home. Ooh, yeah.
It fits.
Running with the Empire. Oh, baby, I want to tell you what time I'm building a Death Star. Oh, yeah. Running with the Empire. I tortured my daughter on the Death Star. Blew up her planet right before her eyes. I got no love you call real. 'Cause she died of a broken heart. That's how Padme died.
Annie, you're breaking my heart.
Ooh, yeah.
Kalel, no.
Now,
Oh,
when Doomcock brings in Man Bear Pig, half man, half bear, half pig. Just saying. That's
is he really saying that this scene is going to take place?
Yes.
In the Ahsoka series?
It got cut out, but apparently they're going to go back in time again to show this scene that we missed. Because we missed it. It got cut.
Fondly, Anakin calling her Snips, and Ahsoka deferring to him.
That was Snips, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you get it right. It was Snips. Everybody got that?
Snips.
It's Snips. That's what everybody heard, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
As Master Skywalker, until Anakin gazes at Baby Yoda thoughtfully. That one is strong with the Force.
Yes.
Ahsoka nods. Yes, he is.
It's like bad theater. He actually has like the stills going back and forth. That one's strong in the Force. Yes, it is. Yes.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
DeLorean wants me to train him. Anakin shakes his head. No, that.
Oh yeah. Grogu.
The Mandalorian wants me to train him. Why wouldn't she? She would use his real name. She wouldn't call him the Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian wants me to train. Well, you know, the Mando.
Maybe I don't.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible, right? We gotta give him something. Right?
This reads something. Is this Twilight or is this?
It's definitely fan fiction.
Yeah. Well, Zay, you're not wrong. It is. This is
Samuel. This is like really desperate fan fiction.
Those people. What do they call them? That want people to be lovers. Shippers. This is like some some relationship.
Wish they all could be like my Padme girl. Oh, those Alderaan girls are all dead, 'cause I blew them out of the sky. We're standing right there with Grand Moff Tarkin, and we watch the whole planet die. I dig those girls. Wow. Okay, there we go.
That is a task for another. You have changed many things and must continue the path you are walking.
Yes.
You will go to the Mandalorian and tell him to take the young one to an old Jedi temple. There he will contact the Jedi Master that will train him. Ahsoka replies, "The one that destroyed the Empire." Anakin nods. She says, "Your
Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the role of Anakin Skywalker will now be played by David Lee Roth.
Oh my
God. Oh my God.
But that's wow. I didn't know all this detail was contained in that one text message that one guy from that one stream got. This is like the best my sources, dude, trust me, like I've ever found out. Like, this is amazing.
When your fears subside and the shadow still remains, you know that I can love you when there's no one left to blame. But I'll just end up walking in that cold Mando rain. Oh, man. Oh, Doomcock.
This is something else, man.
Jordan's imagining pitching it to bro. Oh my gosh.
Oh, looks like you're stuck. You're stuck, Enosh. Or else I am.
Who's stuck? You stuck? Am I stuck? We're all stuck.
There you go. You're moving.
Can you hear me? Oh,
There
I'm
you
moving
are.
again. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that.
I am here.
Domo Morigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo.
Yeah, Jordan, if you were trying to pitch this to Favreau and Filoni, like you'd get like they'd be like, "Get out, just get out."
just leave now.
My, how you've grown.
My, you've grown.
Oh,
replies yes. He has a great deal to learn. This is a conversation that happened off camera in The Mandalorian Chapter 13, but will be featured as the opening scene to an upcoming Star Wars series, most likely Ahsoka.
No, this is like it's said right here by Zay9X. God, this is some awful fan fiction. That's what this is right here.
if this happens, he will be the greatest Star Wars leaker of all time. But guess what? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Trust me, if Doomcock had any actual sources, he would have known that Luke Skywalker was in the last episode of season 2.
Yes. Mind you, isn't it interesting that neither he nor Mike Zeroh predicted that?
No, not at all. I mean,
Chris.
McClunky.
I want to punch this guy so bad.
No, I love that.
Like, darn, Snips, you got old.
Oh,
are those your snips, or are you just happy to see me?
Hey, that's just. I mean, there's no. I mean, timestamp this. We're gonna go back when Ahsoka comes out. When's it coming out? Did they give us a date on that? Or
no? I mean, I'm guessing sometime next year or something. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, but like this, he'll have changed his story by then, anyways. This will not happen. Now, would an Anakin Force Ghost be in an Ahsoka series? Yeah, that's
Maybe.
not beyond reason, right? I don't think. I mean, yeah, I think Shifty. Yeah, 2022. So yeah, so next year. I mean, like, it's absolutely ridiculous.
There's never been any reason.
Well, see,
about you.
well, and Shifty, yeah, people predicted that Luke would show up. People said it would be great if he did, but nobody said, I have proof.
Yeah.
I have proof. I have been told that he will, in fact, be in that episode.
Exactly.
Because they don't have any sources.
Nothing yet.
No.
Nothing yet. So
no. I mean,
all
we
right.
can all read 4chan, just like Doomock.
Note how the ground is laid in Anakin's speech.
Whoa.
Oh,
Getting racy.
He's like, my, how you've grown.
What does that mean? The ground is laid?
He's laying he's going to go back to say, like, I don't know, like the ground is being laid for her to keep changing the future.
Like the groundwork is being laid?
Yeah.
Not the ground is being laid.
Not like the ground is being laid. Not like we're getting into, we're not exiting family friendly territory here.
My, how you've grown.
He tells Ahsoka, quote, "You have changed many things and must continue the path you are walking." And
including your whole look.
And your voice.
Has anybody ever told you look like Rosario Dawson?
You look like that girl from Clerks too. Is it just me?
What about all those people who lived on the Death Star?
Yeah.
Like, those were just regular people, right? Regular people. Just saying.
Come on, man.
end quote. In other words, Ahsoka up to this point has already changed the Star Wars timeline, and her entire purpose moving forward is to continue changing the timeline away from the sequel trilogy.
So let me get this straight. So nothing that she's done up to this point in this first, 20 years since 20 years or so since she was saved back then by Ezra has affected the timeline of the original trilogy. Only the sequel trilogy has been affected magically.
So everything in Star Wars would have happened exactly the way it would have up until this point if she had died.
Hey,
in the past.
Yes, apparently. Yes. Everything else would have happened except for the sequel trilogy. So the number one Richard, the number one Richard. So when I read your comment, I see that it says, "My, how you've grown," as Anakin wiggles his eyebrows. I saw something about Anakin being in the Wiggles. That's what I fruit salad. Yummy. Anakin turns to her and says, "Yummy, yummy, yummy, yummy fruit salad. Let's make some Jedi salad today. It's so fun. It's a healthy way. Get a lightsaber and get a spoon. Well, I'll be eating it very soon. The first step, change the timeline. The second step, change it again. The third step, but only the sequels, because that's just how it is, and the hero will be Ben.
But it's
I don't know, man. Is it just me, or does he just get worse and worse every time? Yes, now everybody's imagining like 4 Jedi in different colors.
Where's Jeff? They'll be like, Anakin says, "My, how you've grown." She turns around and he goes, "Where's Jeff? Is he hanging around? Where's Jeff?" So yeah, it's like, is he sleeping again? Oh, wake up, Jeff. I mean, come on. This is
Beep, beep, chugga, Razor Crest. We'll travel here, but it explodes the best.
Is that Captain Feathersword? No, that's Boba Fett.
Captain Feathersword. Wow, this is bringing back some memories from when my kids were little.
I know, right? Like,
Captain Feather's sword. Captain Feather Saber.
it's a Wiggles Star Wars mashup.
Oh, I need it. I need a Wiggles Star Wars mashup. They all
That
have a
would be
lightsaber that
fantastic.
corresponds to the color of their shirt. Sugar, sugar.
Oh man, I think I have a Wiggles CD down here somewhere. I gotta
I
find
used to have one, man. I used to have. My son used to listen to the Wiggles all the time.
Oh gosh,
so we should expect Fabio as Anakin.
yeah.
The Ahsoka show will revolve around finding Emperor Palpatine. Ahsoka must locate Palpatine in his stronghold before attempting to stop him in the Veil. Because if she could sever his link to the Veil ahead of time, she would stand a much better chance of stopping him. While the details of this rumor are interesting, the real story here is
that it's all fake.
Is that I made it up like about 20 minutes before I turned on the camera.
It's amazing, man. You can just type whatever you want. Whatever you want, man. You can just type it, and it's real. Like the Veil of the Force.
proceeding with the plan to use the Veil of the Force to retcon the sequel trilogy out of existence.
Why? Like, it's again, to do this would only appeal to like 10 people.
Gosh, man, I'm starting to feel like a rumbling.
I told him, Matt, that he should have wore these last night when he was having his war with you.
Yeah. I mean, it would only cover his pain from losing so bad.
Sorry, this was the only pain that Matt Jarbo gave me. Is a little bit of gas here. There it was. And it was little at that.
Did you just fart on a live stream into the mic? You farted.
I don't ever want to see it again. Ever.
Right into the Veil of the Force.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know a ton of people hate the sequels, Shifty, but the amount of people that would get this whole resetting, erasing the sequels stuff is like, it's not going to happen.
No.
It's not going to. And if it does happen, like I said, I'll be the first to congratulate you. And say,
I wonder how many people would complain about this. If that rumor is true, then wouldn't Ahsoka be the chosen one rather than Anakin? So it would still destroy Anakin being the chosen one idea. And it would still be a girl. It can't be a girl.
Now, how come she's not a Mary Sue?
Because she's got a cool outfit.
Is that fart what causes the timeline to split?
The fart causes the timeline to split, for sure.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, we're Enosh maniacs, and we're nerdy to the max. So sit back and relax. He just farted in his slacks. We're Enosh Mani, totally insane-y. Here's the show's namey, Enosh Maniacs. Doomcox is Doomcalax.
Oh, there's still, again, though, there's no evidence other than this theory started coming around, and I think it started on Reddit, this whole thing that like they can use the Veil of the Force to go back in time. It's all hot garbage.
Hot garbage. Yummy, yummy.
Hot garbage. Crocker Johnson.
I wrote the story in a video back in June that factions inside Lucasfilm were planning on using the Veil of the Force from Rebels, a hidden dimension of the Force connecting all time and space.
You broke that story.
How
That still
Ahsoka
hasn't.
Tano ambushed Palpatine when he enters the Veil to save himself in Return of the Jedi, and kill Palpatine before he can escape to Exegol. If Ahsoka can kill Palpatine right then and there, none of the Disney sequel trilogy happens, and so those films are effectively erased.
You know what? Here's the thing: is like he's literally getting himself so worked up, you can hear his heavy breathing.
Here's the deal, though. Where has it been confirmed or like? Nothing says that he used the world between worlds to escape the Death Star.
Thank you, Ambassadorial Wing. Says I hate the sequels, but I just accept that they exist and move on because I have a life, unlike half the Phantom Menace. Oh my god!
That's the thing. Who said that he escaped the end of Death Star 2 by going into the Veil of the Force or the world between worlds? Yeah, exactly. It's a theory. Again, Shifty, it's a theory. But that's the thing. It's a theory. There's no evidence to back any of this up.
No.
Any of it.
No.
You don't have. There is no evidence of it whatsoever. If this was true, then, they wouldn't be selling Rey and Finn toys and still. And
Jay is absolutely right here. That's not even how Palpatine got to Exegol. But see, that's the thing. They're not going to do. If they were going to do this, they would stop a lot of the stuff that you're seeing now, and they would try to prep for it. But they're not. They're literally telling stories that are building up to it. So, you know what I mean? Like
the episode is not evidence. There's no linking that to any of the other to any of the other stuff, though.
Nothing. Just because something exists doesn't mean that he can just do it. Actually, wasn't it said that he lost his access to the world between worlds? Wasn't that like the whole point? Is that the world between worlds got cut off from them? I'm gonna have to rewatch that episode.
I gotta rewatch that, but just
yeah. Yeah, right there, buddy.
It's just like I'm start choking on myself. Like
I gotta say, Ray's looking pretty good here for being erased away by a giant. This is actual footage from the Mandalorian season 3. Where they take a giant eraser, just erase Rey. It's an eraser.
Eraser, yes, I like that.
It's an eraser. That's not a dad joke.
Is that the technical term?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
they're Palpy and the brain. Palpy and the brain. One
so
goes into the veil, the other's insane.
when maybe that's what Yoda meant when he told Obi-Wan that it doesn't matter because there is another. Was he talking about Ahsoka and her coming back from the dead to the future?
Maybe.
To fix the past and the sequels?
Ooh, that's a good I don't know. We're almost done.
Never get Rey, Finn, Poe, or the milk-sucking cowardly freak known as Jake Skywalker. Every Star Wars fan should be gratified that if this rumor is true, Filoni and Favreau are moving ahead with these plans, and the erasure of the sequel trilogy has already begun.
You know what's funny, though, too? Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are some of the biggest supporters, and along with, I shouldn't say some of the biggest, they are as vocal as they need to be supporters of what these so-called woke causes are.
Yeah.
So you know what? I don't know. What do you?
Well, look at Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill is a human left and woke and all this. It's like, why would Mark Hamill have a problem with that? You know what I mean?
I mean that's the thing. Like there's.
It doesn't make any sense about it, but hey, there's something about every time that they say like the Jake, Soy Walker thing that it always gets on my nerves because I just think that's disrespectful to Luke Skywalker.
I mean, listen to me. Ignorance, racism, bigotry are some of the reasons that part of my family doesn't exist anymore. So it's just absolutely ridiculous. Hate is cancer. And this is just all this is doing is, is just getting people worked up and hating for no good reason.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. It's literally just to get people all worked up, and he's getting himself worked up just talking about it. Like, because he wants people to think that this is true so bad.
Do you really think he wants people? Do you think he believes his own stuff or at all anymore?
No, but he wants it so bad for people to believe it, for them to believe him, because just like Mike Zeroh, he can always like deflect and try to make it to be whatever he wants it to be,
Well, yeah. I mean, there's always just enough of it out there.
That's why it's all about take it with a grain of salt, right?
It's all about the grift. As long as you're watching, giving him the clicks, as long as you're watching his Friday night show and giving him money, he doesn't care. He'll say whatever keeps you interested.
Shifty gives him like, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It actually showed a real Luke Skywalker, and Mark Hamill got over his initial reaction to it and has talked about that.
Oh, he did not say it was not.
No,
he did not say it was because he was contractually obligated to.
Nope.
He did not say that at all.
Nope. He didn't even go there. He never has gone there. That's a bunch of stuff. That right there is people taking stuff out of context and trying to make it that Mark Hamill said something that he hasn't, where it's like you see them later go, see what Mark was saying. You could tell what Mark was saying here. And that's been the game of telephone, that now all of a sudden it's that Mark said this. No, it's not. It's not that. All right.
But it's an eraser.
Yeah, it's an eraser.
I am informed that there is a high possibility that we will see.
Well, and by the way, no, listen. Yeah, don't bother arguing, because Mark Hamill's never done it. Mark Hamill has never done that. That is Mark Hamill, you guys, is the biggest freaking troll on the planet. Mark Hamill has trolled Star Wars fans for years. He is very aware of the people who are so hateful of that version of Luke Skywalker. And yes, he did say that him and Ryan had issues when they first, because Luke didn't get it. And then, or because Mark didn't get it. And then Mark said, after talking with Ryan, he totally understood where it was coming from.
Well, and the thing is too, like, if you don't think Mark Hamill is a troll, look up his official autographs on things like Star Wars trading cards, Star Wars memorabilia. 99% of the time when Mark Hamill signs something, he'll say something like Luke Skywalker's is a dork,
Yep.
Mark Hamill. He'll say blue milk is the best, Mark Hamill. He'll say Star Wars sucks, Mark Hamill. I mean, he likes to mess with people. He likes to have fun. He does not.
So people trying to latch onto stuff and make it oh no, this is just not true.
Prove it then. Prove it.
That's just not true. It's just not true.
You can only take him at his word and the word of the people that were with him, and they didn't say that. So
no, the thing is, he made a couple of jokes, and yes, he had a couple of conversations about his initial reaction, and then he flat out said that him and Ryan came to an agreement, and he understood what story Ryan was telling. That it would not have been his first approach to it, but that he totally understand. He said that initially that he fundamentally disagreed, but that he came around. Yep. And so the thing was he understood the decision of what and where Luke would be, that Luke that Luke would turn out the way that Luke turned out, because that's how these Jedi Masters turn out. They don't just all turn out perfect and
yeah.
And I love this. Sir Nerdalot said it best. The Last Jedi was, in my opinion, Mark's best for performance on screen. It's just
really?
Great. I thought he did a really good job.
I'm not even gonna adjust it. I'm not even gonna.
No, I ain't going there.
All right.
Back to the stuff we agree on. All right, here we go. Finishing up this video.
Emperor Palpatine himself in the Ahsoka series, and that this series will interact with other Star Wars series, all of which will build to a big event, which is probably nothing less than erasing the Disney sequel trilogy.
No, it's the big event is the founding of the First Order.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yes.
The big event. The big event is what happens to change the power, to shift to the power.
Grand
right?
Admiral Thrawn, because the big event is going to be Grand Admiral Thrawn, the rise and the fall of
Yes.
Grand Admiral Thrawn.
And out of the fall, because Thrawn is going to come into the picture, and people, you're going to get answers to the questions of where's the First Order getting access to all this technology, to all this other stuff.
Yep. I feel like I'm on Storage Wars. Yep.
Hey, Brandy, I'm bidding on this one. I'm bidding on this, Brandy. Yeah, I mean I really think that's because that's what we've been told by the showrunners and the people in charge, is that the overall story is going to show us more. They're going to give us that character development, that background development that we didn't get with the sequel trilogy, that helped to connect it all.
Yeah. It's all going to be there, folks. And I feel bad for people who don't understand that, but
I'm also informed that there will be a show centered around Luke Skywalker himself. In this series, Luke will be starting a new Jedi Order, assisted by Anakin Skywalker, who will demonstrate a new approach to the Force, a way to balance the light side and the dark side. In this way, understanding that the Force is not good or evil innately, Anakin fulfills the prophecy of being the one to bring balance to the Force, and working with his son Luke, they bring about a new era for the Jedi. And this show will also contribute to erasing the sequel trilogy. For in this series, Ben Solo will not fall to the dark side of the Force, and Kylo Ren will thereby be erased from the Star Wars universe, and presumably, this also gets rid of the idiotic death of Han Solo from canon.
And little bluebirds go flying across the screen, and Cinderella sings with little mice, and everybody's super happy, and we all live happily ever after because everything is perfect and the bestest ever. Shut the heck up. If anything, dear God, that Doomock has ever said has made you ever even think that he's a freaking liar, it should be his last paragraph of absolute bung waste that is coming leaking out of the bottom of that gargantuan bedpan of a helmet of his. This is the most stupidest, idiotic garbage I have ever heard.
This is just it's terrible. I mean, listen, I know, like, you may not like the sequels. I completely get that. I understand that. I'm not saying they're perfect. They are not going to be erased from canon or anything like that. Star Wars wants to have a single connected universe. That's why Disney said these things are no longer part of the main canon. Everything we create from now on is part of the main canon.
Yep.
Yeah, Scotty's right on. I mean, this is just, but then again, this is what people who are angry want to hear.
Yep.
I mean, they're just, if
they're not resetting the timeline, they're not doing anything. And you know what? Ambassadorial Wing, I'm sorry, man, but you got to take back everything you just said there, because you know what? I've given you more as your friend. I'm telling you, I've given you more than ample opportunity and plenty of time to try to give me your opinions. And I've given you, I gave you 2 hours on one show, man, after we were getting ready to go off the air to try to tell me and air your grievances with the sequel trilogy. And I'm sorry, but if people can't make a legitimate and this isn't nothing personal to you. I'm just saying, like this whole idea that it just sucks and everything sucks. But I'm sorry, I don't hear people making a legitimate argument that anything like what we're hearing right now out of the mouth or whatever that is from Doomock is even close. And this is bullcrap. I've been there. You know what? Everybody who's there loves it. Loves it. People are literally enjoying it and having fun. And if you can't have fun at Galaxy's Edge, there's something wrong with you, because Galaxy's Edge is amazing. I've been there. I've ridden the Millennium Falcon. I've ridden Rise of the Resistance. It's absolutely fantastic in every way. So, yeah, they are, because I was there and I saw them. They were all connecting with the theme park, because it's not a theme park. See, this is what you've been listening. You've been listening to Jeremy for too long talk about how this is not a worst theme park forever, because it's not a theme park. It's literally a land within one of the parks. There's a difference, just like there's Toy Story Land. This is the Star Wars equivalent. It's not meant to be its own theme park. That's not what it is. That's not what it is. I've been there. It's absolutely freaking amazing. Okay? Go there. I'll tell you what, go there. And if you don't have a good time at Galaxy's Edge, you are not a Star Wars fan. I don't care what you say. I don't care what kind of BS you try to give me about how you hate the sequel trilogy. If you can't enjoy yourself at Galaxy's Edge, you are not, ever were, a Star Wars fan, or you're so delusional, like this guy, not this guy, Doomock, hiding behind Doomock. They didn't lose billions on it. This is, oh my gosh. Good Lord, man. Are you freaking kidding me? You kidding me right now? This is the same thing, Johnny. This is, like, oh, well, they haven't been making any money this year. I wonder why. I wonder why they're not making money this year, dude. Could there be a reason? Man. Could there be a reason?
I don't know. It could be. Could it be this thing called COVID-19?
Is that a thing? Is that real?
Yeah, it is.
Dude, that's not fandom. That is not fandom. What you're talking about is not fandom. You're literally telling untruths, dude, because that is not the truth. That is just not the truth. That's not your fandom, dude. You're not talking about anything that you love. You're not talking about anything that you are a fan of. You are literally just trying to crap on something because you don't understand it. I love you, and I fight for your right to believe anything you want to believe. But you say a comment like that, you sound like Doomock, and like Doomock is full of crap. It was not losing money. Dude, it wasn't before the pandemic, because it was only opened a couple of months before the pandemic.
I have friends that live right down the street from there.
I went in February of 2020. Okay. And I was there within the first year that it was open, which was an amazing thing, because I didn't think that I would ever be able to. And I was.
And I just had friends go, and you know how fast. So like tickets open up for whether it's the Millennium Falcon ride there, or any of these other experiences. As soon as the links go live, the passes are gone. Because even right now there are so many people trying to get into the park, and for the limited capacity they have, that passes, everything goes so quickly.
That's things. I was there, and the thing is you can't tell me that.
No, true. One guy did. One guy did.
Nope, not true. Not true. Just not true. The place was absolutely packed. And literally you have to be there at 7 a.m. when the park opens on your phone to try to even get a boarding pass for Rise of the Resistance, because you can't just walk on. I'm telling you, like, this is all stuff. This is all stuff that like people just want to believe, Johnny.
Well, you know what I know really did happen? I believe that the insurrection at the Capitol was a ploy so that Nicolas Cage could steal the Declaration of Independence. Oh, wait, that has nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I get off track?
Maybe.
Reportedly, this series will last more than one season, though I have no information if Luke will still be a deep fake or if they will recast the role of Luke. I hope it's the former.
Didn't he already?
If I said one or the other, I'd be locked in.
Didn't he already point something out? Didn't he already release a video saying there was going to be a Luke series with
Sebastian Stan?
Yeah. I thought he did, or maybe that was somebody else. I don't know.
It's definitely Mike Zeroh, but we'll see.
And not the latter. And finally, as far as The Mandalorian goes, the next season will be all about taking back Mandalore and the struggle to rule.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with that. I found something. Way to go, dude.
I agree with that. I mean, they've been pointing to that story. That story you can see if they set up with the whole Darksaber,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolutely.
That I definitely.
There will be tension between the Mandalorian and Bo-Katan.
Yep.
For the Mandalorian has won the Darksaber in combat. He is now the rightful leader of Mandalore, but Bo-Katan wants the crown for herself.
Talking about the obvious.
The Darksaber must be won in combat, and every king needs a queen. All of these shows will be linked.
Can't be a queen. Can't have a queen.
That's what we get to at Goober. One thing at the very end.
Exactly. Well, he doesn't have to source that stuff because we all saw that. I mean, it was obvious.
Right? Like, I mean, that's what it is. That's what it is. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, that's funny.
Man. Wow.
I mean, he's...
all building toward one grand finale in the same way that all the Marvel movies built toward the Infinity Wars and Endgame. This is the way, people. This is from a source that has delivered the goods in a big way in the past, and I think there's a high possibility that this rumor is valid. There is a struggle going on at Lucasfilm, and the strategic return of Luke Skywalker signals the beginning of the end of the sequel trilogy. Begun, the canon wars have. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomock bidding you all, my friends, stay.
Begun, the canon wars have. Yeah. Oh.
You know, I think, Johnny, I only have, I don't know, man. It seems like there's only, well, Pelican said it pretty good. Pretty good there. Oh my God, kill me. Beginning at the end. Partially valid. Canon Wars my butt. Canon Wars is the next trilogy. I feel like, Johnny, you know, after having watched all of that, there's only really one thing to say.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. May God have mercy on your soul.
But fortunately, you had us to make fun of it this whole time. So you maintained a little bit of brain cells because we helped save you, and because we kind of bring you into the veil of the Force, as it were.
Yes,
protect you and
we pulled you into the world between worlds there.
Exactly. Well, Johnny, what do you think? Are you convinced?
I'm not. I just listen. I understand. Listen, I'm not saying you have to like the sequel trilogy. I only like a handful of parts of the sequel trilogy. Okay, but then again, there's no evidence that they're going to be erased.
No.
You can't prove anything. Nothing from these grifters has been proven. They're just trying to keep you angry so that you keep watching their stuff and so that you keep giving them super chats and all this stuff. They're just trying to piss you off. And yeah, it's just ridiculous.
So Irvin, if I think like, so if we're saying that what's her name? Rosario Dawson's character. My brain hurts after watching all that stuff. Ahsoka. If we're saying that Ahsoka changed the timeline, so like did Bo-Katan ever have the saber now?
Irving, you're making too much sense.
Everything's up for grabs now, is what you're saying.
Irving, careful. I mean, maybe you're talking some sense. You might have to go to timeout. Maybe
a spanking?
It's just I've got to. She hears how you've grown. She turns around. Anakin gives her a spanking.
But hold on, though. See. But here's what I'm saying, because Scotty, like, so Bo-Katan getting the saber is still canon. That was more than a decade before Mando starts in the timeline. She lost the Darksaber in that time. But hold on, because like Sabine gives her the saber right at the end of Rebels, and she was never supposed to be alive, right? So she came back at the end of Rebels. So wouldn't that have changed, because now her and Sabine went off to find Ezra, which would have never happened, which means Sabine would have never given the Darksaber to Bo-Katan. None of that stuff would have happened. And now Ahsoka has changed everything, and it's all going to fall apart. Just saying.
Oh, man. It's I don't think they would want to create some confusing mess. Even if they had plans to move away from episode 7, 8, 9, like, I don't think this is how they would do it.
Wait, hold on.
I don't.
Hold on a second. Because
surely you can't be serious.
I can't tell if you're being serious. Don't call me Shirley. Shifty says she hasn't went off to find Ezra yet.
What?
Wait, what?
Did you not watch the end of that series?
Rebels? Wait, hold on. What? That's not after Shifty Gizm. Have you even watched Rebels?
How do you know that takes place after Mando?
Like, literally, the end of Rebels, it says it takes place right after the end of Return of the Jedi. Like, during the time of Return of the Jedi. Right after the Battle of Endor. That's what it says. Oh, okay. Now what? Oh, geez. And now we're not. Now, yeah. Okay. You know what? Here's the reality, Johnny, is that when pressed, people who want this to be something will literally say anything to make it be something.
I mean,
look at the timeline. Look at the timeline.
Look, listen,
when was it here?
I remember being in middle school, and I'm not saying certain people are in middle school, but I just remember, at least for me, I just remember I had a crush on this girl so bad, and I looked and I found all these reasons, like, oh yeah, exactly, it was Kathleen Kennedy, and I'm like, oh, well, she asked to borrow my pencil because she's in love with me, or she looked at me when she walked to her locker because she secretly wants me to talk to her. I mean, like, if you really want something bad enough, you will go out and try to find ways to support it. And whether you're right or not.
I love you, Ambassadorial Wing. I got no problem with you, man.
I love Ambassador.
I love Ambassador.
Ooh, I like that. Turning my fan fiction into a radio drama.
Yeah, man.
Dude, Ambassador, that would be fantastic. Like if you put that like as a serialized podcast or something. I mean, you could promote that.
Make sure to take it with a grain of salt.
Yes. I mean, yeah, you could totally promote that on all sorts of fan sites and on your channel and everything. That'd be fantastic.
Johnny, sorry, Mike Zero got your girlfriend. How does this picture make you feel? How does that picture make you feel, Johnny?
It makes me feel like a smaller man.
Well, if you're feeling like a smaller man, what you need to do is get your hands on some Doomagra. Doomagra, guaranteed to keep your anger rock hard for the entire duration of 2 cents on nonsense. Make her happy with some Doomagra. Well, Johnny, we got through another. I feel like at least when I watch Mike Zeroh, it's like so ridiculously stupid. The problem is that Doomcock literally says things that like people just he knows the grift. He's literally trying to scratch people's itch to the point that they want to argue and want it to be real.
Yeah, I mean, like Mike Zero's, he strings phrases together to keep you watching, and then all that. But like Doomcock's a whole different animal. Doomcock is like, his lies are very detailed, and they just get more and more fantastical from week to week. And it's funny because like Doomcock rails against like Star Trek Discovery, but he and all those other people that can't stand it watch the crap out of it.
Yeah.
Over and over and over, just so they can find reasons to rip on it. Listen, if you guys hate it so much, stop watching it. But they can't.
Ezra didn't show up because Ezra's not a Jedi.
Ezra's not a Jedi.
Hot take, Ezra's not a Jedi. Also, Ezra is someplace else. And also, Ahsoka is looking for Thrawn because they're literally on their way looking for Thrawn. And that scene happened at the end of Return of the Jedi.
I mean, that I could, if somehow the Mandalorian retcons that scene to take place at a different time, I could understand that.
It would have to retcon it.
They would have to retcon it. I mean, it could happen, but I mean, still doesn't mean that they're changing the past.
Yeah.
He will. He will, Gordon. He's, I'm all over his Facebook page, his Twitter. He just,
yeah.
He's going to give us a chop at one point here. He's going to say the word fee.
Fee. We're going to watch for it. All right. So we're going to pay attention to the Favaloni universe. And keep an eye out.
Exactly.
Well, guys, we got through another one. That's our 2 cents on nonsense for this week. And don't forget, if you find something, if you guys see something that's kind of out there and you want us to cover it, definitely send us a link this week. All right. You can send it either to poindexterlounge@gmail.com, or of course you can visit all of the social media sites that are here. And Johnny, where can people find you if they want to interact with you and tell you how you pissed them off, telling them how they're wrong during the week?
Yeah, so the best place to find me is on Twitter. You can find me at _Johnny_Pop, and I stand with Ray Fisher.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can find me at Nicotina's mom's house, and when I'm not there, I'm lurking behind my wife in a pink onesie, or teasing Wonder Meg with my Lex Luthor.
That's the best.
Heck yeah. Or copying my good friend Dawson, or I'm probably hiding out somewhere here on the other side of the shower. There, Kathleen's walking over towards me. These guys can't handle it, ladies and gentlemen. So you can find me on all those things, and I'm really not that complicated. Really, we like to have a lot of fun. And guess what? I too stand with Ray Fisher. Amen. So don't forget this week, every day, tag something. I stand with Ray Fisher. All right. Let it be known where we stand and who we support. Guys, it is always a pleasure to have you guys with us as we deal with this nonsense and have a good time doing it. Johnny, it's always a pleasure to be with you, sir.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you. I love everybody here that joins in. It makes it. This is why it's a live show, because it's amazing.
Yep. And you never know if Don's going to show up at the last minute. Also, don't forget, we have a bunch of new merchandise with this new cool logo on here. See this it's pretty cool. I like it.
It's awesome.
And I got hats coming out with this on it right now. I got it's funny, but they processed the hats and they made the logo super small. So I had to contact them today and they go, "Hey, that's a small little tiny logo you got there. That's not what it's supposed to look like, man. Come on, get it right. Get it right." So but you know what? They were very helpful and they said, "Yes, we're going to take care of it." So
they're like, "We're sorry."
They did. They were sorry. So thank you to all of our Patreon subscribers. We appreciate all of you. Thank you to all of our members. You guys are fantastic and awesome. And remember that Saturday we will have a member and Patreon only stream just for you guys. All right. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for information on that. And of course, our WandaVision watch party tonight.
Yes.
8 p.m. All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate it. Don't forget to smash that like button before you go. Tip your wait staff as you leave. And well, thank you.
Give this video a thumbs up.
I do. I like the new design as well, man. I like my whole family was like, I gotta get one. I gotta get one. I gotta get one.
Yeah, I saw Tiff's reaction. She was like, "Oh my Lord." That was awesome. She loves it. Well, thank you, Goober. We love you too. We love all you guys.
Absolutely. We love all of you guys. All right, guys. Until next time, my name is Enosh saying, you know what? Don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter, but also know what that means. Your fandom doesn't mean just because you hate something.
No.
Your fandom means that, you know what? Fandom means to enjoy something and like something. So remember what you love about Star Wars. Don't concentrate on what you hate about Star Wars, what you don't like about it, and all that good stuff. Concentrate on what you love about Star Wars, because around here, hashtag I love Star Wars. And that's it. And so stay nerdy. Until next time. Bye-bye.